Solutions for fourth internal information security. So this is the set 2 of fourth internal. So first question is, what are the potential drawbacks of relying on hardware based trusted computing solutions such as TPM or secure enclaves? So what the TPM? TPM is trusted platform module which provides security for computing devices. So both the secure enclaves and TPMs provide a higher level of security for computing devices and protect sensitive data. So what are the drawbacks of relying on them? The first one is limited interoperability. So these solutions are designed to work with specific hardware and software configuration. As a result, they are not interoperable or interfaceable with other devices or platform that do not have same software or hardware configuration as well as computing capability. Then the second one is centralization of control. Both TPM and secure enclaves relies on central control mechanisms, which can be vulnerable to attacks or manipulation. If any attacker attacks and gains the control over central mechanism, then he may access any resources which he might not to do. Next is limited visibility. Hardware-based custom solutions are designed to operate transparently on the background and may not provide users with way to verify their operations on the front end. So this is the lack of visibility making it difficult to diagnose and respond to security issues. Hardware vulnerabilities. So like any hardware device, TPM or secure enclaves may also be vulnerable to physical attacks or tampering by attackers. So they may exploit your hardware vulnerabilities and compromise the trusted computing measures. The next is cost. So hardware implementation is very expensive and not for the small organizations or individuals which do not have enough capital. Next is limited compatibility. Both the TPM and secure enclaves have limited compatibility with existing hardware software system. Means they are not designed to work with this technology or may not take the advantage of the benefits they provide. So it always requires the latest version or the configurations they need. The next is single point of failure. Both the testing solutions is based on single point of failure. Means if the one hardware components fail, then the entire system will fail and become unusable and may cause a potential damage to your business operations. The next is limited flexibility. So hardware based solutions are not so flexible because changing the hardware is very difficult. So we have limited flexibility. Lack of transparency means the solutions are very opaque and it is difficult for organizations to understand how they work and how they are being used. The next is limited scope. Both the solution have limited scope in terms of security risk they address. They can provide a high level of security for certain type of threats, but sometimes not so much effective against a special type of attacks. Now next is dependence on vendor support. Both depends upon the support and maintenance services provided by the vendors. So this create a dependency on the vendor and create a potential vendor lock-in situation. So difficult to break from this in future. The next is regulatory compliance. Organizations implementing these solutions may also face regulatory compliance requirements which can increase complexity and cost for their security operations. So this is all about the drawbacks of hardware based trusted computing solutions. Now our second question is, what are the advantages and disadvantages of using biometrics for authentication rather than using passwords or smart cards? So let's first discuss about the advantages. So first one is greater security. Biometrics provide a high level of security compared to passwords or smart card because a person cannot steal someone's biometric data. It is difficult and a person cannot lost it biometric like smart card or password, and biometrics cannot be replicated because it is unique for everyone. Second one is convenience. Biometric is more convenient than passwords or smart card because the person has no need to remember password or carry the smart card every time he's going outside. So only the biological characteristics serve as the identity. Third one is increased accuracy. Sometimes people types wrong password, but biometrics doesn't involve this type. Although it can take some time, but its accuracy is little bit good. Then the fourth is improved efficiency. Biometrics provide the efficiency of various processes such as accessing secure locations or completing transaction. As it is more convenient and faster than other traditional security measures. The next one is reduce the cost. As biometrics doesn't require any smart card to be carried or issued, so it is less costly. The next is enhanced user experience. It provides a very good experience to users. The next is reduced fraud. So biometrics reduce the fraud to a level. So it is difficult to impersonate others or steal identities. Next is better audit trails. Biometrics provide a better audit trails than a smart card or password. The next is compliance. Many regulatory organizations can be used biometrics such as HIPAA or GDPR and CCPA. The next is increase the trust. So biometrics provide trust among users and they will more secure knowing that their personal data is protected highly. Now look at some disadvantage of using biometric. First one is biometric data cannot be changed. Like if a person's biometrics data is stolen, it cannot be reset. The next one is biometric data can be expensive. So biometric technology implementation is expensive than passwords and smart card. Biometrics data is not always accurate. If you are using a weaker biometric technology, sometimes it will take time to recognize your biometrics or otherwise it can deny you for authentication. Biometrics can be affected by physical changes. If a person get affected like aging, injury or illness, this can lead to false negative or false positive which can deny for accessing. Next one is biometric data can be intensive. Some people do not like to give their biometrics. The next is time consuming. So setting up initially for setting up it requires some little bit amount of time. Then next is accessibility issues. Some individuals with physical disabilities or medical conditions will not able to use biometrics. This is all about the advantages and disadvantages of using biometrics or smart cards or passwords. Thank you.